Oh, sweet Jesus. Zone 5 is over. Man, what an experience. Also, should probably change the title to being more accurate and not related to Risk of Rain 2. Although I'm probably going to be doing some Risk of Rain 2. The beta, I guess now. Anyway, then cells, and then let's get right on with it. Also, maybe turn on the volume as well. But, you know, that's always just a good idea in general for any game I'm playing. Hey! Finally have that now. What is the... Oh, you can get really specific with some of the stuff you got here, eh? Whatever. Well, first off, first thing I'm doing here. Getting some soup. I'm going to eat that and see if anybody actually shows up. If anybody remembers me anymore. You never know, because it could just be that it's like, yes, I've been forgotten by time because I abandoned my channel for a month trying to, you know, finish a 117-part series that nobody wanted to see and I didn't even like in the first place. Well, sometimes you gotta just spend time finishing a 117-part series that nobody wanted to see in the first place, you know? It's like that's the way, that's just the way you gotta look at it, right? That's the way I see it. Anyway. Okay. First off, though, I'm still gonna finish up this soup stuff. Basically. Ever heard of a game called Omori? I have, yeah. Yeah, Omori seems pretty good, but I don't know. It's like, can't really say. I don't know. I looked up a lot of stuff related to it, and like I've watched playthroughs of it and everything, but I don't know if I'm all that interested in playing it myself. Yeah, that's basically the entire thing. Probably not on the docket anytime soon. Will you stream it? Nah, probably not. I still got a whole bunch of other stuff that I need to do first, though. I'm dead and I took my pills. Yeah, good. Just like turn down the volume. Imagine this is like ASMRs. Where are the previous Dead Cells? Haven't uploaded any streams. The last couple streams are just kind of bad. I don't know. I feel like, the also last couple streams, like, aside from the recent Artificer runs that I did in Risk of Rain, the last stream I did was for Vor Day. And I can't upload the Vor Day stream. Not even because it's against TOS, but because, you know, it's it reflects badly on my character. I still got the VOD of it, and also, you know, there's other places you can find it, but you know, the alpha demo one wasn't bad. I didn't think it was very good. You can find it on the archive channel. I don't have anything to do with that. It just automatically uploads things, more or less. I mean, one could say against my will, but I do explicitly allow it. So, you know. Well, let's see you getting scared. Oh man, I don't know, because the thing is, it's like I already know everything about Omori, so it's like it's not like there's any surprises. I know the full plot and everything, so you know. There's also last Dead Cell stream, which was a bit of a pain. Yeah, I know. It's just like it uploads with your express yes, it's my express permission, but that does. But let's be honest here. I would not run a channel like that myself. That's why I have to give it to other people. Because I would not allow myself to have a channel like that, you know? No, I even know about the Hikikomori route. I actually spent a while on the Omori wiki, kind of like looking up stuff, because I was interested. Because that's the whole thing. It's like I'm not all that interested in playing the game myself, but I was still interested in what the deal with the game was. Congrats again on putting that baby to bed. Finally, the garb age is over, and I am all for just like moving on. And basically, what we're gonna do is I want to say, going to be a series on the aspects for Dead Cells. Going to be obviously the continuing. I'm going to finally go start really trying to drill down on doing some of the cursed sword runs as well. Probably get like a little miniature series on Risk of Rain 2, since I've been into that as of late. What else? Maybe I'm gonna finally, since I don't think I'm ever going to get to 40,000 subscribers at this point in time, maybe I'll just go start up that whole like a literally blind playthrough of Minecraft that I was talking about. So did you cry at the ending? Nah. I mean, like I said, I watched that game in such weird patchwork sort of stuff, and like looked up stuff randomly. It's just, it definitely seems like a very good game. I would recommend it, but like it also is, you know, again, one of those like RPG Maker games where everything seems really nice, and then there's a spooky twist, and like, how does it feel to finish your favorite game? First off, I finished that a while ago. You know that, but like, I'm just glad to get the series done more than anything else, because, you know, obviously I'm not 100% done with Persona. I still have to do like, I'm still using it as study material, but like, I'm not going to be doing captioning on videos. I'm not going to be recording videos. I'm not going to be getting incensed at the story anymore. It's just purely using it for studying at this point in time. And like, also, I'm making non-commentated versions of each one of the episodes, which I'm probably going to release alongside, you know, new episodes and everything like that for more study materials, because I cannot imagine anybody wanting to use the videos with the commentary on for studying. Period. Like, oh my god, no. But I also need to go find some place that will allow me to upload a terabyte of videos. So, you know. Nothing on the games list? Okay, well, fine. The stuff on the games list that's going to be done soon is Psychonauts, which I'm probably going to bring in the second guy for, as sort of like a follow-up, semi-follow-up to Persona 5. I'm going to continue on with Dirt Rally, finally do that sort of thing. Mark of the Ninja, and I don't know, maybe what I'll do is I'll start doing streams of Doom Eternal, because that's another one on the list that was explicitly asked to be streamed. Yes, the Japanese studying thing. Because there are still transcripts for both, I'm still planning to have both Japanese and Japanese plus English transcripts for every one of the videos. That is something that I wanted to do. That is a part of the series, like it or not. But it's just like, I think that that's a lot less painful than actually playing the game. I know enough languages, didn't, the order is kind of moot. Well, I mean, I had like the bump up your game on the list thing, but I finished all those now. With the exception of Bible Black. It's like, I think Psychonauts was the last one that I don't even remember getting that as a bump up your game on the list thing. I just trusted the person who told me that, basically. What are your thoughts on this update? I like it. What am I eating? I'm eating a soup. Well, okay, more specifically, it's kind of like rice with a chickpea stew type of thing over it. And I'm just eating that while we're preparing here. Get a little bit of that mukbang here. It is good. It's got like quinoa in it and everything too. But anyway, yeah, still waiting for the BB run. You know I can't. Like, I want make your worst slurping noise. Okay. Anyway. Also, somebody said that Motion Twin was making another game. Are they? I didn't even notice. I have been so deep in the whole Persona rabbit hole that I didn't even realize that. Is it similar to like a Dead Cells thing or what? Keep that content. No. That content is not going to be... Can't a Pornhub account solve your problems? I don't know if it'll be allowed on Pornhub. What is Persona about? Short version is that it is a turn-based RPG series about Carl Jungian, about Jungian psychology, where you enter into the minds of people to fight their shadow archetypes, as well as including a visual novel portion where you basically live a modern day life of a Japanese high school student. It's like that's what yeah, look, here's the thing. In reality, it's a lot less interesting than that. Cuz like that sounds like a really neat idea for a series, but it's what kind of weird story is it? The thing is, it's actually like way worse than that, because like, man, to say they wanged a lot of the stuff on the story is putting it lightly. Why are you playing it? Because I played the other Persona games. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. Or, well, it wasn't. Okay, let's go. I'm ready to start this one up and get into the actual beta here and everything like that. Okay, did you watch the Persona anime? Oh God, no. I actually talked in one of the most recent episodes, one of the most recent of the 4 episodes that I just put out all at once. Is that basically I never looked at any of the side content or whatever for any of the Persona games, the spin-offs, the anime, whatever. It's just like I only ever played the main games. What's new in the beta? Well, I mean, I'll be talking about like everything that's in the beta, but we did kind of like do some previous streams for the alpha version of this update, and it's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, let's so is the anime like the game or not? I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I mean, I would assume that it's just retelling of the plot of the game, but like super truncated because it's like a 100-hour game. I don't know. I would say that it's just like Look, I can't in good conscience recommend anything related to Persona. I very much like, you won't know if it's allowed unless you try. You know, I need to give like my actual personal information to Pornhub to get an account there. Right? And also, yeah, the plot sounds bad. It is bad. I'll tell you that right now. And you know, like OnlyFans is now getting rid of like explicitly sexual content. It's like, nah, it would be hard. Like, I would have to like distribute it. Like I said, here's a direct link to the BB. Wait, there are waifus? Yeah, but they all are pretty bad. If you want to watch adult women on hit on a 16-year-old, it's just like, well, you get a lot of that in the game. Dropbox links. Speaking of that, though, it's like, does anybody know where I can upload roughly a terabyte of videos for the non-commentated Persona stuff? Give me the links. It'd be our secret. I thought OnlyFans was all porn. This is confusing to me. This is confusing news to me. Yeah, I know. It's going to be like the Tumblr thing, basically. You remember what happened to Tumblr? Although I don't think it's actually that harsh. Like, but it still sounds like they're really shooting themselves in the foot there. YouTube, make a P5 or YouTube account. Do I really want to, though? Dr. Inferno Firebirds, non-commentated Persona 5 videos. Persona 5's Chinese name is Legend of Goddesses. I mean, that's what Megami Tensei is. It's Rebirth of the Goddess. It literally means that. That's why. But it's like Persona is a spin-off of that series. It's not quite the same thing. But like, yeah, if you never knew, Megami Tensei, Rebirth of the Goddess, and that's only actually relevant in the first two not even Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo Entertainment System RPGs, but they still kept the name anyway. So that kind of the entire thing. Make a P5 video, but you reverse the audio, so the entire video is nonsense. But most of the Persona 5 videos are nonsense. Spend money on Vimeo for 1 terabyte or YouTube. Oh, I was more like thinking a Dropbox type of thing, because I wanted to, like, you know, because I wanted to have it be that people would, you know, be able to do whatever they wanted with the raw footage, because I don't want it anymore. I would want to just give it out to the world, like, you know. I wanted to curse the world with this series. Okay, hey, shut up. You were there. Did you like the fact that the last thing that you had to say on the series was just just praising Danganronpa even more? That was the last thing you said in that entire 117-part series. Let me just sneak in a little bit more praise for. I'm just sneaking a little bit more praise for Danganronpa. Still never played those games. Yes. Congrats on finishing it. Like, it was a joint effort. Play Danganronpa. Okay, all right. Start up the thing. Okay, all right. Let's start this up in 5, 4, 3, 2. So what is good about Persona? I didn't like that series at all. I didn't like that game at all. I hated that game. Like, just go watch the final episode if you want to hear me just immediately start out talking about how much anyway. Okay, starting up the actual, like, thing. New beta for Dead Cells. Practice makes perfect, allowing you to, well, practice bosses, practice individual enemies in a bunch of different scenarios. It is something that you do need to unlock over time, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing for the most part in this stream here. There are also a couple other little things that have been added into the game, like perfect boss fight outfits that give you very gaudy looking gold version of each one of them, but also this guy here. Aspects, giving you sort of super mutations, I suppose you could call it. Oh, surprisingly enough, I only seemingly have a couple open for right now. They're all open in the alpha, but these ones are not necessarily like game-approved cheats, but they are more or less like things that can alter fundamentally what the game is like. Not going to be doing that for right now, but I do think I am going to be doing a little series on each one of them later. However, let's go check out some of the practice stuff before I get into the whole unlocking phase of things. If the game loads it up. Just give it a second. It's still beta. Very Sekiro. But also, I'm sure that these are probably a lot of enemies that we never just got to see in the regular game. Maybe eventually introduced. Like, that's a weird-looking hound. That's a very Bloodborne-looking pig. Hi. I wonder if the game is broken once again, but let's just take, I don't know, brutality? Feel like a brutality... Oh, get over here. Brutality-focused run is the sort of thing that would probably work out best for me. Why not? Get as many of these items as I want, but not really... whatever. I'm only going to be here for a couple seconds anyway. So, regular enemies. Oh, come on. These things are still broken. regular enemies, a number of different areas you can look at them, number of different biomes that you can go through to find them. Oh, it seems like they actually do have everything unlocked immediately, which is nice. Including some of the 5-cell specific things. And like, yeah, choose your area, get a whole bunch of enemies you can practice out the timing for example. I thought I had a shield for some reason. Check out the movesets without having to die fighting everything over and over. Yep. Get the roll there. Can I get both rolls right now? Got one of them, but that's not quite the same thing. Well, anyway, that's all well and good, but of course the real thing is going to be, and press that to like reactivate everything. The real thing is going to be checking out the bosses, of course. They're going to still continue? Yes, they are. I feel like if you go out of an area, maybe they should not have everything follow you. So yeah. Now, like I was saying, right over here. This is where all the bosses are at. And yeah, unlike the alpha, it doesn't seem like I need to unlock every single one of them. Still, though, let's, instead of doing just another full, and of course over here, instead of doing just another full hour of fighting Scarecrow, which, let's be honest, this is definitely the way to do it now. I don't know. Maybe I will actually do one of the aspects. Is there any one of the aspects that people would be interested in seeing? Because it's either that or literally practice. And although I could use the practice against some of the bosses and all that, I do think that maybe this would be a little bit more interesting way to do stuff. Oh, actually thinking about it, I do believe I have a lot of outfits to unlock right now, too. So this could just be a cell grinding stream if you want to do that as well. Hemorrhage is no longer survival. Yeah, I mean, it is a very slow weapon, and I do think it works with being survival, but I'll reset this here. Works with being survival, but at the same time, it's a damage over time type of thing. That is more of a brutality weapon anyway. It's ranged, which is more tactics. It's just I would argue either way. So yeah, anything people want to see? Otherwise, let's just do some regular old cell grinding for right now. Then I'll do some actual showcases of the aspects in their individual episodes. Yeah, boss rush mode. Or like refighting bosses, an option every game should have. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Especially in a game like this where I can take over an hour to get to like the final boss in the 5-cell mode. Having the ability to just get a couple practice runs against them, probably actually useful. Superconductor seems fun. Yeah, let's go for it. I think damage over time, shock. It's the newest one, but it's also one of the most powerful that you can get. So let's be honest. I feel like if I was going to be taking anyone, that's a good choice. And in fact, Crow Wings, also very good choice. Man, yeah, the entire idea behind this run was supposed to be that I was going to, go through and unlock each one of the bosses, because in the alpha version, you need to get to the bosses first before they were unlocked. But this does make it a lot easier. That said, I still have, 1,500, 2,000 or so more cells I need to get to unlock all of my new cool outfits. So let's go do something like that. Why not? It's always fun just to do a little bit of a grinding stream here and there occasionally, too. There we are, and done. Can't really say that the blast is my favorite weapon, but it still does good damage, especially if I can just get a little bit of oil on anything. Additionally, could somebody tell me, is there... obviously, in the alpha, there were a lot more aspects that you were able to get. Is that something you need to unlock through runs? Is that something that you need to do? Did they just remove a lot of them? What's up with all that? Because I would obviously like to get all of them if I'm going to be doing all of the showcases, but I really just don't. You get one when you die? Well, okay, I guess we'll be seeing them Fast and Furious then coming, if I'm going to continue going on 5-cell mode. Which is fine, I suppose. Also, I'm going to be doing cell grinding. I might as well just go and kill everything that I possibly can right now. No reason not to try and get that out of the way as fast as possible. That's right, everybody. If you think that I don't fight enough enemies, well, I'm going to be fighting more enemies this time. No, that's pretty much the entire thing. In the meantime, just kind of, as far as I know, I don't think there's any other like really substantial gameplay stuff. It's just that practice mode is nice. I like having that for a roguelite, anything like that you can imagine, so that you can actually figure out what things do, as long, you know, without having to do a full run every single time. It's just, this is something that I feel like should be included in any, well, certainly any like really skill-based games, like a Dead Cells, for example. If you have like a build-based game, like a Binding of Isaac or something like that, then I think it's a little bit more, it's different. It's a different sort of story, because games and how they work are just wildly different run to run. But here, you're kind of expected to be able to know how to fight enemies, and you don't just reload a save point. That is which is why I think that this is just a good idea in general, and I'm really happy to see it finally be introduced into the game. Nothing for lightning. I'm just looking for any sort of lightning weapons right now. Not really being too friendly though, and there's tentacle if I care, but no. Not entirely necessary. Okay. Fast and Furious. It's a shocking upgrade. Okay, now come on. Get one when you die. I mean, is it like a random one, or is it like a specific one that they give to you each time you die, and then... Oh, yeah, you also teleport now just right outside of doors, rather than going to the door that you have to still exit. Now, what to do? Which one of these gaudy golden outfits do I want to get first? Obviously, Hand of the King, I've already become kind of working towards as it is, so I guess I'll throw that in there. The lowliest of achievers seems ridiculous. Yeah. I suppose Concierge is the easiest one to perfect, but, you know. Gold outfits? Yeah, if you flawless a boss, you now get a gold outfit. Might actually be worth going for the Scarecrow to try and get that. They're very gaudy. They are very gaudy. Do you like bagels? I do. I love bagels. Usually have it with like either a little bit of butter and like garlic powder especially. Onion bagels are some of my favorite, accordingly. Or like a little bit of, you know, like the classic bagels and lox type of deal. Or salmon, cream cheese. There's very many good things you can do with a good bagel. Just like it's a tombstone run to the Scarecrow. Welcome to the club. It's an unfortunately very common occurrence. That's a hard boss. It's a really hard boss. Very low health comparatively, but very fast attacking. Everything like that makes it rough. Of course, the temporal outfit. Oh, the temporal outfit because of that reason. I see. Well, fine. We'll go for that. Sure. Top 10 favorite foods? Hard to say. I usually don't really pick favorites. I mean, that's, Here, we'll do that for a sub goal on, number 1, Baja Blast. We'll do that for a sub goal on Twitch here or something. I was already talking about, like, maybe doing tier lists in... Actually, the Horizon playthrough of all places. Anyway, what do I think of watermelon? I like it. Can't really say that I'm like, you know, oh yeah, that's my favorite fruit ever or anything. Because it is very, I mean, well, it's water. It's right in the name there. But it's good. Did we ever get those 5-cell boss skins? No, I don't think so. It's not as far as I know. It's just 1 through 4. But, you know, 5 boss cell is... Well, I guess 5 boss cell has actually been changed up enough to maybe warrant having specific outfits for that now. 1 to 5, the 7-layer burrito. 6 to 10, cheese. And by the way, the 7-layer burrito does have cheese on it. Shredded cheese. The perfect the perfect combination of foodstuffs, clearly. Yo, the 7-layer burrito is good, but they got rid of it though, is the thing. It's just like that was the best thing you could order at Taco Bell. Why do we turn this into the Taco Bell cast again? Why does it always have to go back? It always comes back to Taco Bell. Why don't I get... You know, Gura got sponsored by Taco Bell. Why am I not getting sponsored by Taco Bell? I feel like I'm a much better choice than VTubers. Come on. Hey, nice, finally. Where are you at? Call me up, Yum Brands. I'm down. Hell, I used to work for Pizza Hut at one point in time. I was a delivery driver. Wait, I've been in your family. Give me a call. Anyway, Electric Whip. I'm hoping, because this is like, it seemingly with this aspect will be the ideal type of item to get here. Do want to go get, I don't know, like Thunder Shield at this point, just complete the set. There we are. You are a delivery driver with your inability to socialize. Yo, you don't need to socialize when you're a delivery driver. You give people the pizza, and then they give you the money, and the transaction is over. I mean, if anything, most of the day I just spent listening to talk radio, because that was before podcasts were a really common thing. Oh, what a terrible time. I'm so glad that we're past that point in human history. Oh boy, I used to listen to so much talk radio in the car, let me tell you. But not anymore. Not anymore. Aren't all streamers antisocial? It's a common thing. It is a very common thing as far as I can tell. It's like, look, you get your socialization by talking to people on stream, but you don't actually need to acknowledge that they're real people because they're just text. So, you know, you don't have to think too hard about it. It's the best of both worlds. Get that 60 kills, done. Nice. And yeah, this guy ain't gonna be able to do anything. This is a good combo. Finally get some good necklaces here. Will you take medicine against COVID-91? What? I've already been vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since been vaccinated since like April. There we are. That's not a tremendous concern of mine anymore. There we go. Oh, COVID from the year 2091. Ooh, that was a little scary. Oh, that makes sense. Wait, who's messing with the time stream? Y'all better stop that. Time cops are gonna come after you. But anyway. What about COVID? I just said that it's just like, you know, that's a real problem though. It's true. If when time travel does become possible, it's just like there is a good chance that we will get future diseases. Remember that, everybody. Time travel responsibly. Make sure that you have had all of your bacterial infection is the greatest threat to the past that you could, more so than you could possibly imagine. Like you think it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the Jurassic period for a little bit and come right back, and it's like, bam, we get dino DNA all over ourselves. It's like, do you really want that to happen? Anyway, that's the plot to Jurassic Park 5. I am writing it right now. I hope that Universal Pictures or whoever owns that will be picking up on it soon enough. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to the 50s and bring back polio. Hey, stop that. Hey, you better not be bringing back polio. I swear to God. Why is your DPS trash? What are you talking about? This is pretty good here. But anyway, Jingle Bell, Taco Bell. At Taco Bell. Gotta make sure that I continue to grab all of... I think I forgot to get the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot to get the cell door in the previous area. Oh, that's unfortunate. Haven't caught one of the streams in a while. To be honest, have not been streaming in a while. Okay, yeah, somebody said they wanted a temporal outfit. Haven't been streaming in a while. I basically abandoned the channel for like a full month to try and finish up the 117-part series that is Persona 5, a game that I didn't even like in the first place. Oh, committed to doing regardless. Jesus, why did I do that? Because that's who I am. Wasn't something happening with Taco Bell? I was begging Taco Bell to sponsor me. Those are some shiny outfits. Yep, new in the latest update. They are outfits that you get for flawlessly fighting the bosses. Apparently, they didn't count the flawless fight that I had against the... Yeah, almost got him. They didn't count the flawless fight that I had against the... Scarecrow, because I guess I didn't get an achievement during that. But still, I mean, regardless, I disagree with their assessment on that, but you know, what am I gonna do? Okay, at least I'll be back up to full health now. Nice. Look at that lightning arc too. That is some good stuff. And almost there. There we are. Good. Actually, yeah, the lightning arcing is just it's going nuts right now. Works for me. Okay, finally dead cells? Yes, finally dead cells. It's just like, I wanted to finish Persona. That series has been going on for 3 years. Ouch. That's fine, I can recover. That was dumb damage I took there. And there we are. Okay. But look, it's done. 117 episodes, 3 years long. It's like and yes, I did tank like the channel in every single respect, considering I wasn't even monetizing those videos. But it's worth it because it's done now. Well, I mean, it's not entirely done. I still am doing the whole like Japanese learning aspect of it, but that will come. Look, it's not quite the same thing as actually playing through the game. Yeah, it's like I'm still doing the whole bit where I am. Still doing that whole bit where I'm going to be doing like the transcribing of each one of the episodes, and I eventually want to get like a Dropbox or something, whatever it's going to allow me to put 1 terabyte of videos into it for like all of the non-commentated versions, so you don't have to hear me complaining the entire time. But like, it's largely done now. It's largely done. What's new with Dead Cells? Well, basically we got these aspects, which are basically like super mutations that are almost, but I wouldn't quite say exactly like game-sanctioned cheats. Sort of, though. And then we also have like the ability to practice against enemies, groups of enemies, bosses, a lot of stuff like that, which I appreciate a lot, and I'm really happy to see that as an addition to the game. Aside from that, we also have new flawless outfits, which are golden forms of each one of the boss outfits you know and love. So, there's a few things here, but nothing like super like game-changing substantial. It's just a lot of, once again, very nice quality of life things that I think Dead Cells does very well overall. Here we are. Get out of here, everybody. We do the Sekiro DLC? There's Sekiro DLC? Wait, when was there Sekiro DLC? When that happened? I am completely out of the loop on that. I mean, I guess, like, maybe? Sekiro is also a pretty unpopular series, speaking of Persona 5, so I don't know if people would all be all that interested, but I would probably do it on my own. Sure. Here we are. And, yeah, I should do it. Got that big old hunk of brie down there when the time comes. And the time has come, and so have I. Okay. And one more. Yeah, this should take these guys out. It's easy, or it would have. Man, wasn't it quite enough damage there? Well, that's why I took the heart, of course. Is the entire point of that. Anyway. Well, yeah, there's Ghost of Tsushima DLC. I know about that. I'm probably not going to do that. Ghost of Tsushima, I mean, it was fine. It's fine. What was your reason for playing all of Persona? Because I started the series, so I have to finish it. That's how every series works on the channel. And I also started in a very particular way, so I had to at least continue that to the end, even though I did make a lot of compromises over the course of it. That's fine, though. I think that was the only way that I could do it, considering the game is like 1 billion hours long. Come on! Well, maybe we're about to be seeing another one of the aspects coming out right here anyway. These are... We can also check out a different aspect, too. Yeah, let's just say whatever the one I unlock is, that's the one I'm going to be using next. I think that'll be good. Never saw you play Risk of Rain? Oh, yeah, I did a couple of streams on Risk of Rain recently. One for Vor Day. I'm sure you can probably find on the internet somewhere. I got a win with Monsoon Huntress on that one. Oh yeah, I guess I never played Risk of Rain 1. That is true. That is true. I've watched a lot of people play Risk of Rain 1. It was a popular game back in the day. But no, I never played it myself. But like, yeah, so many elites. Well, that's 5-cell mode for you. I mean, that's the only excuse I got. It's too bad, but I should be able to make this one work too. A game I haven't played. I haven't played a lot of games. Like, I watched a lot of playthroughs of games I haven't played, though. It's not like I play... You know, I said before that it's like I am as much of somebody who watches stuff on the internet as I am somebody who makes, like, videos. It's like I'm not just a... I'm a client as well as a content creator. That includes stuff like... there we are. That includes stuff like, you know, here, I'll give a shout-out to, like, Retromation, for example. Been watching his thing on Death's Door recently, which I might end up playing myself, this bird game. I thought that wasn't going to hit me. Whatever. Disengagement's already working. It's good. Why do you watch it instead of playing it? Because I didn't really feel like playing it. I don't know. It didn't really interest me all that much. And besides, there were people who I liked that were playing it. So it's like, why not? Hey, I like this person. I don't know. You seem to play mostly indie games. I mean, I like indie games. You know, that's the whole thing. You could probably go back and just... I think the best example of that... Oh, I didn't even see it. I was throwing out too much lightning and looking at chat. But why do you watch Omori instead of playing it? Because basically the premise of Omori just didn't really strike me. Like, I've seen it before, and although it's like I like that game conceptually, I just wasn't very interested in, yep, we just got another one there, Tinker. Sure, let's go. I don't know, the best usage is probably with Explosive Decoy, because, you know, otherwise a lot of turrets don't really make that much of a difference, but although... Curious, wait, no, that's considered like an out... Let me see real quick. What do we have that are considered deployable? The door, I guess, would be another one. Maybe wolf traps. Explosive Decoy seems like it would be the best one, though, right? Well, let's see. And I suppose probably also the Crusher would be nice. I'll make something work. Inquisitor, a foe as old as time. I mean, I still think that, like, that they have, like, literally... Let's check that out for a second. Do they have literally the most... By the way, nice health. Do they have literally the most kills on me? They probably do. Is there anything that says here? Well, let's take a look. Where are you, Inquisitors? I know you're here. They killed you 115 times. Does anything even come close? Slashers. Yeah, well, no surprise there. Kamikaze. Yeah, okay. 60, 20, 105 from zombies, which, really? All right, sure. That feels like that should... I mean, I guess they're very populous in the game, and I've been playing this save file since, well, 2017. But the thing is, golems are very, very rare. I think they have a very good, like, KD ratio on me, but I don't think they've killed me that many times. Let's see, 115. Yeah, golems have actually only killed me like 20 times. But it's like for killing 651, that's a good KD ratio, yeah. Screaming skulls. Defender, yeah, I got killed by them once. I remember that death. That was an embarrassing one. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Anything 50 from Rampagers, that, yeah, of like the newer enemies, that would be about right. Toxic Miasma have a pretty good KD ratio as well. Anything else? Probably some bosses got up there. Concierge, like 52. Wow, that seems way more than it should be, doesn't it? 31, 28 tentacles. I suppose if you want to like add together the Conjunctivious fights, sure. Oh man, look at that Scarecrow though. Oh boy, that is oof, that's harsh. Hand of the King, no surprise there, and hey, Dead Cells is a hard game. In my defense. All right, what are we doing here? You're probably the closest thing that I can get to a build that'll work here. It makes it so I can throw this down anywhere at all. Catherine by Atlas is a very good game. Oh yeah, that was actually, you know, I don't know if you know this. That was like the Persona 5 that was like the Persona 5 like a beta test type of game, a tech demo. It's like they're very similar style. Scarecrow kicking his poor butt. I mean, yeah, but it's like also you've seen me go up against a Scarecrow. That's why I need that practice. That's why I need that hour of fighting the Scarecrow alone. I'm bad at that boss fight. And yes, bad is considered 50%. I know we can always bring out that old phrase about like baseball being the greatest of all time, but still, it's like I need to get it better than that. Come on, I played this game for literally over 1,000 hours. I should be able to beat a boss more than half the time. You're not considered deployable, right? No. Oh boy, oh boy. Golem's still very deadly. Like I said, I just don't go into that area very often, so you don't see them a lot. Is the new world map useful? Oh, I haven't even looked at that. Yeah, I forgot that was a new thing. I also don't know where to find it. Finished Hollow Knight recently, only game I got a platinum on. Did you do all of the stuff though, even the stuff that doesn't have like achievements with it? Because there are some pretty rough things, especially in the DLC. They added in. Yeah, Hollow Knight's a good game, but it's also a game that I played way too much on this channel alone. Oh, okay, so you did like the Charmless Ascended? All right, fair enough. Okay, you got the chops. I will bow to your expertise on the knowledge. I did the Pantheon of Hollow Nest, but that's about as far as I went. And like the Path of Pain and everything, but yeah. That is, yeah, sort of a different beast now, isn't it? Compared to Godmaster, just in its entirety. Okay. Charmless and everything, eh? Yeesh. That's a rough fight. There's so many rough fights in that game. And even as much as the game does prepare you for it through Godmaster, it's still really hard. Oh yeah, also, you're right. Speaking of collectors, the collector in Hollow Knight is also shockingly difficult when you get into like Godmaster style. It's a very difficult boss to perfect. I just feel like it's one you don't really think about that much because it is also. Oh, and you got the golden Zote statue. Yeah, that's another one of those ones that I was thinking of when it comes to difficulty. because you start to take a lot of damage by the end of that. I did it like a couple times. I did not do it a lot of times. Let's just say that right now. Sewers? Sure. Okay. Catherine was also going to get like a sequel or something. It was supposed to get like a follow-up to like... They had that framing story for it. I don't know... Don't know if that came out yet, though. Was never really paying attention to that. But Catherine's a game I never actually played. That's a game, once again, I've watched a lot of playthroughs of, but never saw myself. It seems like... what do you got here? I'll take it. As much as I would like to have Pyrotechnus, as much as I think Pyrotechnus is a very good item, not entirely necessary. Come on, getting there. Halfway through, baby. Let's go. In the meantime, maybe just take the YOLO once again, because, you know. Oh, well. It's just, yeah, how do you actually get to the world map, though? I know that that's a thing they introduced in this latest update, but I never actually looked at how you do it. I mean, world map, it's an island. This game's always been taking place on an island. It's been consistent since the very earliest days of the game. Indie games making their DLCs absurdly difficult. Hollow Knight, Celeste, Hat in Time, Dead Cells. Well, Dead Cells. Dead Cells was already absurdly difficult even before they introduced. I want to say that's just, you know, the nature of this genre, but especially the nature of this game, which thrives on its extreme difficulty. Hat in Time is going to be interesting because that is a game that I have coming up here. So I don't actually know what that's going to be like. I mean, I was told to play the Seal the Deal DLC, so I guess I'm going to have to find out. We'll see how much I like it. Also planning to do Psychonauts soon, in case you're looking forward to a bunch of 3D... This is considered deploy... No, it's considered a power. No, whatever. It's better than City Slicer regardless. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing a bunch of 3D platformers on the channel. Yeah, but think about Rise of the Giant pre-nerf. Yep. I mean, the game back in the day had its difficulties, but I think it was with the boss cells was when it really just kicked it off to extreme hyper difficulty. Is that... I can check this out. Is that good with a tactics run? Hard to say. In fact, no, it's not hard to say. It's actually a very bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't. Hey, cut that out. Gonna play Hat in Time. I mean, soon enough. I don't know. I have a whole lot of games that I want to play right now, and now that I'm done with Persona, I should be able to actually get to them, including more Dead Cells stuff. Like I was saying, I want to do like full showcases on each one of the aspects, like not just the first couple areas for cell farming type of things. I'm talking full playthroughs, or at the very least up to, I don't know, the Scarecrow. The same rules that I did all the other like showcase stuff on. Should be a little bit easier, especially if I'm curating the run rather than just playing on normal like I'm doing right now. There we are, and there we go. Hat in Time I've heard a lot of good stuff about, though, so I'm interested. I don't know. We'll see. It's got music inspired by Wario Land 4, and I love that game. So that's a plus just in my mind alone. Okay, let's see. I don't know. It's way too childish for me. The idea of me rejecting a game because... Actually, I've never rejected a game because it's childish. That's just like never a thing I've done, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I always feel like, actually, for the most part, a game that decides to not go with a very, like, a striking, edgy, adult or anything like that style usually catches my attention more because that means that they're not trying to go purely on that sort of aesthetic alone. It says that they are confident enough in their gameplay that, you know, something like Baba Is You or like Katamari Damacy will look the way it does. Or Hat in Time, for that matter. We'll see, though. Needless to say, I haven't played it yet, so I can't quite tell you anything. All right, what are books? They're an old, outdated form of knowledge retention. We got rid of them. And when the horizon comes, the Zero Dawn, we will lose all knowledge. Because of that. Well, anyway. Need a little bit more poison on this build if I'm going to actually be using the thing. Doctor, I cannot click the book. You cannot click the book. It's true. And also stop trying to click the book. You're harming it. You're hurting it. Hat in Time is very cute. Not cute and oh, ouchie, ooh, woo. Isn't it, though? I don't know, man. I've seen some oh, ouchie, ooh, woo stuff with Hat in Time. That game does seem very cute. But, you know. You don't use books to get isekai. You use trucks. That is the traditional way. I mean, unless you want to get isekai'd like, you know, Reading Rainbow style, which I don't consider that to be isekai'd. That's not how you do it. As an isekai purist, Hat in Time is cute and colorful until it isn't. Wait, isn't it? I always thought that it was always cute and colorful. I mean, we were talking about Omori earlier and how I'm kind of like, you know, I know the shtick with games like that. And that's why I was sort of like, not all that interested in playing it. Even though I quite like everything it seems to do, it's just like, still give it a pass. Does, oh, really? Huh. All right, sure. I did not know that was a thing now. Doing it like skull style, I guess. Okay. You sell your soul? Yeah, I sell my soul. I sold my soul to enter into Omicron. That happens all the time, man. Like, come on. Took me so long to get my soul back from that. I gotta put a kibosh once again on games that force me to insert my soul into it to play, by the way. Although I think that's just in the story in Hat in Time. I don't actually need to insert my soul into that game, do I? Do I? I swear to God, if you're tricking me into playing another game where I have to insert my soul in it to play it, I'm gonna be mad. That's why I wasn't going to play Everhood, even though Everhood is an absolutely fantastic game. Oh, sure, I'll take that. Swear to God, all these games got to stop stealing my soul already. Yeah? Where are you, everybody? Yeah? Now get down here. There we go. Oh yeah, you really do just get extra cells. That'll go well for getting me to unlocking stuff now here, won't it? Yeah, good try though. Done. All right. Oh, what a useful shield. Hey, that shield does... I mean, I don't know. After doing the showcase for the Force Shield, I did kind of turn around on it. It's super good for the hand of the king. Now, I'm going to use it tremendously often. I don't think so, but I'm not gonna poo-poo it as much as I did back in the day. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I'm just glad I got rid of the curse already. I was worried about that one. By the way, the curse one definitely seems quite interesting as far as aspects go. Damnation. But we'll see that one a little bit later, I suppose. And all I got to do is just keep dying to unlock them, but still. I'm not really champing at the bit to try and die as much as possible, let's be honest here. Done. And I'll just keep what I got right now. Make sure that I do not get absolutely murdered. Ah, he got me anyway, though. That's okay. I didn't actually lose that much health for it. For my efforts. Anyway, what was I saying here? Feels like it took too long to get for bonus cells to be a thing. Yeah, I mean, and it's like liposuction, although, yeah, that has been a thing in the game. There's no consistent way to get it, which has been which makes it, like, getting extra cells frustratingly difficult. Sure. Which makes getting cells frustratingly difficult if you're trying to do that. It's something I'm glad to see that they finally are embracing fully, seemingly. But we'll see how it works out in the future, as you do. There we are. Yeah, they don't get stunned at all. Never forget that. Yeah, that was a rat that I got this from. All right. Yeah, that took them out real quick. All right. Very, very excited about the Dead Cells patch. I think this is a good one. I think this is a... Okay, yeah, obviously. I think this is a good one. Finally. Yep, this when I actually do the run with this, although I am getting pretty low on. Let's just keep this nice and sleazy. This will be like a maybe what I'll do is I'll do like a explosive decoy only run because this is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Ancient Sewers? Hey, can take a try. There we are. Okay, what do we got? Sure, whatever. I mean, I don't... The poison is actually kind of working out for me, but it's not that important right now. In the meantime, sure. Hemorrhage is nice. It's not that important, though. Otherwise, one of the complaints I recall is for new players is how grindy the game felt with cells. Yeah. And it is. Like, you require so many cells to shove into the forge overall. I think getting that a little bit easier, especially considering it's not like it's a truly transformative thing for the game or anything like that. It's just nice to have, you know? You're not going to like suddenly begin. You're not going to like suddenly begin like crushing runs just because you got the thing. That's it. This is broken. I don't know about broken. It's just good. And no soul insertion. Oh, yes, good. I'm glad somebody answered that because I was really wondering. It's just like, I swear to God, games got to stop forcing me to give them my soul. Like, I don't know what David Cage is going to do with that, and I don't want to find out. Unfortunately, I had to find out because people did force me to play that game. Thankfully, it was just a very subpar RPG that was at once way too ambitious, but also just like not even with a very good premise in the first place. Watch the series if you want. I do think that Omicron is an interesting game. It's not a good game, but it's a very interesting game. All right, I want to try and I'll just keep what I got. Haven't you already given your soul to Dead Cells? They never... When I started up Dead Cells, it wasn't like, okay, please sign this contract to give me your soul. Like it was with Omicron. I was hoping that was going to explode faster. This will work out, though. Especially considering this whole thing. There we are. Yeah. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to head out. Bye. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Welcome to the Persona 5 Death Day special. Just glad it's over. Anyway, I still hope we get a use for cells after 5 boss cell. I mean, I still think like just just like a recycling system or something. Hey, here's like 100 gold for 100 cells. It's like that would still probably be worth it considering how utterly and completely useless they are otherwise. Ugh. Man, I am really not playing this one super good, am I? There we are. That's okay. I mean, I've said many a time that it's like I don't play these games because I enjoy them. I mean, I usually do enjoy them. I want to say it's very rare that I have a game that I would literally consider to be bad. But it's just like, you know, sometimes there are games out there that just aren't good. And you guys make me play them anyway. Or I make myself play them in the case of Persona 5. There we are. There we go. How do you react to the cat room? Oh, what, the one where with the cat butler one? I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, that checks out for this game. Basically. I mean, it's the whole thing where it's just like, I've just seen so many. I have seen so many RPG Maker games of a very similar kind that it's just like I'm very well versed in what happens in those sort of games. Even though I do quite like a lot of them, it's like it's not something that surprises me anymore. Challenge Rift? Oh wait, where'd you see it? Because I totally missed it then. I mean, it's just like you're not actually forced to do it. You can make the decision just to leave, you know? But, yeah, might have been a false alarm here. I don't know, hard to say. Well, anyway, weapons better and better weapons available in earlier areas at higher cell difficulties. I mean, that's actually something that was something they did like way back in the day, because, you know, I don't think you can get any weapons before what is it, like rank 5 or something? Oh, before I climbed up. Okay, I'm gonna go check. Not the vine before that. Okay. So it'll be like around here-ish. I mean, I should go check that one floor rune just to see if there happens to be food in there. Not quite, though. Oh, well, I mean, one of the things that I have here, as always, is a... One of the things I have here before, as always, is the heart. I have the heart. And I'm totally willing to use that if it comes down to it. Yeah. Okay, I know next to nothing about Omori, but I'm still thinking about playing it. I'd recommend it. I'd say that if you are interested in that game in any way, it is very well put together, and it's got a lot of good stuff going for it. It's just like I said, I'm just not that interested. Besides, I also have a very similar sort of game that I actually kind of want to play, maybe for the channel soon enough. I've talked about it a little bit before, but don't die here. Oh, I don't want to use another potion charge if necessary, but seems like it might be looking like that. Still, like I said, this is definitely the way to do it. You gotta wait for the thing to actually explode, though, because apparently I can't put it down more than once. All right. And done. Unfortunately, that's not really an item I can use, but still. I read a list of content warnings for trigger warnings for Omori, so I've decided that I'd rather not play it myself. Oh yeah, things get pretty dark. Oh boy, oh man, they ain't joking around with that. So, like, yeah, if you, I'd recommend checking out the content warnings if you think about playing that game. It's true. Oh boy. Like I said, though, that's actually once again not that unusual for an RPG Maker horror game sort of thing. I've seen that many a times in many different games. Things that are even worse, even. So it is no surprise. He went right into it. Once again, just like didn't really come as any surprise to me when I saw it. Okay. And that's, yeah. You think Omori is a bad game? No, of course not. I think it's a pretty good game. Just, like I said, I'm just not that interested in it. Besides, I've already looked up everything with the game because I was curious as to a lot of the stuff. That's why, you know, basically after looking through everything, I was just kind of like, all right. You know, to be honest, with a lot of games for me, I actually get more interested in playing them when I get spoiled on everything. So it's like that would have been kind of like the point in time that would really sell me on it. But I just good though. I would definitely recommend it though. I think there's plenty of other people out there that have played through the game that it's like can vouch for that. You don't really need my endorsement here. Okay. Yeah. There we are. Okay. I've seen reviews about Omori, people saying they really need therapists. Oh yeah, the psychological horror aspect of it gets pretty psychological and horror. Trust me on that one. At the same time, it's just like I'm so incredibly jaded. You know that though. That it's like for me, I just like I seek out so much media all the time that like nothing scares me, nothing surprises me. I'm like dead to the world. Oh, but the knowledge is overflowing about each one of these games. But yeah, played To the Moon in the sequel. I mean, I've seen other people play To the Moon. Haven't seen the sequel. It looks good. I don't know. Once again, it's one of those sort of things where it's just like after I got spoiled on everything, I was just sort of like, all right. And just decide not to play it for myself. Besides, it's like, is there anything else I want here? No. Cursed Sword, probably not a great idea. Yeah. Omori and Dark Souls, I like both those games. I think Omori as a full package is probably a better game, but Dark Souls has a lot of history behind it, and I love playing games with a lot of history behind them. Big influencing games. Anything people want to see for the second Flawless outfit? Once again, already got like Hand of the King going pretty deep into it. If you're if that would be the one. Problem is I did the same thing as Doc. I mean, that's once again for me not a problem. That's not that convinces me to play the game even more when I know about that. Oh no, I looked at all the endings. What's new in the beta? We have a practice room where you can practice against a variety of different enemies from different biomes, in different like setups. There's also practices against bosses, and there are super mutations called aspects. One of them I'm using right now, which gives me 1 second cooldown for each deployable item, which is why I'm able to throw down a whole ton of these decoys all around the place. Fortunately, not going to work out super well here. There's also things like incentivizing you to go to different areas by giving you more cells and other stuff like other like little changes like that. There's a world map, for example, that exists now. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. So do you think the bad ending is worse or the neutral ending? I mean, are you talking the Sunny ending or the Omori ending specifically? It's just like, I think obviously the Sunny ending is the best ending. It's like, come on, the game really presents it that way for good reason, you know? Like, how could you consider the Hikikomori ending to be better? Oh, come on, so close. Well, can also, I mean, I do also have like actual, you know, items and stuff that I should be using here. There we are. We should manage to get them. By the way, get those a little bit loud on my end. I'm gonna cover my ears for a second. No, we're not. I'm not actually gonna talk about the spoilers for the ending. There's just, yeah. I'm trying to go very vague, of course, when it comes to a lot of the information about the game, because it's like I don't want to spoil anything for the game. I think it's worth playing, very much so. Play assuming, Nasai. I don't actually know which ending that is. Ah, just go for the potion charge. Oh, come on. I got this here. Now the P5 is done, what are you going to do? Well, the plan here is obviously more dead cells, needless to say. I mean, we just had like a big update here, and I want to do showcase on each one of the aspects, kind of like as I have them unlocked and everything. Other thing is probably I'm seriously considering finally going back and just doing the thing with Minecraft, you know, the Minecraft 100% blind. I've never played this game before playthrough because I'm never going to get to 40,000 subs on the channel. And why not? We got, probably going to end up doing a couple episodes of Risk of Rain 2 because I've still been playing that a lot lately. Probably going to, there's also been another update for Undermine. Might go check that out a little bit again. There we are. Psychonauts definitely going to be up on the thing. Mark of the Ninja definitely going to be up soon. Finally get that episode of Dirt Rally out that people keep asking me. Well, that one person keeps asking me about. There's a lot of things. A lot of things I'm looking at. Okay. You say that like you aren't going to get more subs as you continue with more consistent Dead Cells. Well, you say that, but I mean, it's the thing is Dead Cells has been around for a while. It's not like people are going to be searching out the channel specifically to find sick Dead Cells gameplay. Don't get me wrong. I'd like if they would, but I don't think, like, I'm going to have to, like, branch out into, you know, different stuff and newer things and everything like that if I really want to, you know, try and grow the channel or something like that. Which, once again, I mean, never really has been a particular concern of mine, but I should anyway. Like, why not? Go try playing some like, more popular things that people would be more interested in. Okay. Besides, I still have the whole list of games that I promised other people that I'm going to play right now, too. Good. Oh boy, very excited for the Minecraft playthrough. It's blind, baby. I mean, yes, I don't know nothing about Minecraft. If you're in the video game anything, you know something about Minecraft. But for the most part, I'm going to be doing it like as blind as you can be and still know how to play video games in 2021. So that's going to be interesting. And I will also just outright like ignore all of maybe I'll like disable comments or something for it because I don't even want people to tell me. I don't want people to tell me anything. I want no spoilers. I mean, the first thing I was going to do was maybe just like try and play through the game. Maybe I will just still do this. Just play through the game entirely myself before I even put up the first episode. and then it's just like, oh, all of your suggestions fall on deaf, non-existent ears because I'm already done with the game. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just go start it up anyway, just because, like, well, you know, let's get to it already. Less talk, more Minecrafting. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, yes, there's also, like, a couple games that I wanted to play on my own, that I wanted to play for myself, not on my own. Death's Door, maybe, because Bird Game, and then also another game that I don't know if I'm going to end up doing it. We'll see. Like I said, I talked about that in a few streams earlier. You might see it, maybe. Oh, yes, and also, Final Fantasy IX. Gonna be doing Final Fantasy IX too, soon too as well. Oh, that was really close. Got a little bit too close to the old kamikaze bat. Almost had a bad time there. Nice. Ooh, 60 kills too. Kind of surprised that I got to that. I feel like I was taking a lot of damage over the course of this run so far. Oh well, I'll be able to buy a potion charge and at least recover up to a certain degree right now. I mean, Minecraft is basically 3D Terraria. That's what I've been told. Well, that's what I assume, at least. I guess I haven't really been told. Actually, people have literally said the exact opposite. So, I don't know. I guess it's to be seen what the differences and similarities are going to be. Because once again, I'm very interested. That game is hyper popular, and I just never got into it because I'm not like super into the open world crafting games, except for Terraria, which I got really into. Yeah. And it's like I like Terraria, but it's like I also like 2D games more than 3D games. I mean, I'm sure you could probably tell. You just have so much more of a control over what you're doing in a 2D game. And I like that. But, yeah, we'll see. Spoilers, you have to open your PC to play the game. I mean, the thing is, when I'm talking about like spoilers, it's just like I don't like I got no idea how to craft or mine in that game at all. So it's just like, I mean, I know that there's like, yeah, there's like a dragon that's the final boss. I know that there's like, you know, diamonds. You find diamonds. It's like there's places called the Nether. There's places called the End. You know. That I'm only too aware of. But it's just like, what does any of that mean? I don't know. Ah, why? Oh. I know that you can build a calculator with redstone. What is redstone? I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Maybe start being more strategic and formulaic with your video uploads and editing. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like the way that I do editing is just like I want to get the full breadth of content of a game in there. But I also don't want to get like a lot of extra boring grindy stuff. But I mean, that's, you know, that's not the traditional way that you edit videos, especially for your YouTube. So I don't know what I do. Basically is what I'm saying. However, like, yeah, the actual content itself, though, clearly I can do a better job with that. Nobody wanted to see Persona for 117 episodes, but I don't care. I did it anyway. Like, you can't and you will never stop me on that one. Do FF9 live commentary? Hard to do it completely blind. Side quests are really vague and unobvious without doing the guide, like how you did in Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI is probably going to be the template that I use for that, where basically I literally I do it live commentary, but I also cut out all of the random battles, with the exception of the first time that we see an enemy. So that's going to be weird. I mean, that was my favorite thing about Final Fantasy VI. The way that you could clearly tell that I just stopped talking for 30 seconds anytime that I got in a battle. It was a very surreal sort of experience, commentary-wise, but I liked it. Okay. Anybody want to run down here, chase me? Anybody want to do the exact same thing I just said here? All right, good. That was actually not that bad of a... Yeah, that was not bad, the curse at all. Good, good, good. I'll take that. Beds are stronger than a sword. That is true, though. You ever hit somebody with a bed before? Mattresses are very large. What do you got? I kind of like the whole, like, explosive decoy being my primary source of damage right now. I'll just keep that. Well, we'll see exactly what it's like doing not Terraria. Did they buff the decoy bomb? No, I'm using an aspect that makes it so that it only takes 1 second for a deployable item to recharge. Which, like, explosive decoy is normally, what, like 30 seconds? It's the biggest difference you can... Oh, I should have been looking at the timer. Oh, that's rough. Ouch. Well, anyway. F indeed. Oh, yeah. Did anybody have any other flawless outfit they wanted to see? Jeez. Will you do the remaster or the original PS1 ISO? Remaster has some mods like Moguri? But it's pretty janky. I mean, I'm probably just going to buy whatever the one is on Steam. That's the easiest one for me to get. Giant is cool. Giant is pretty cool. Young David Byrne suit. We're not going to have nearly as many references to Talking Heads now that Persona 5 is done, unfortunately. But, yeah. Well, we'll see what Terraria... I keep wanting to say Terraria. We'll see what Minecraft is like. Because, like I said, we're going to go into it blind. I'm going to go into it blind, straight up. Like, I think it's going to be most fun when I know nothing about that game, and it's a thing that I've wanted to do for a while, because I think it's going to make for a really entertaining series. At least really entertaining for me. I don't know about for you, but I'm going to find it very funny to do. But really, I don't know what to expect. I'm doing it blind. I've avoided that game for literally 10 plus years now. Because it just didn't interest me. You know, it's a tale as old as time. But if we're going to do it, let's do it. Oh, rough. Play WoW too? No, I have played World of Warcraft. Like, I've played a lot of World of Warcraft. Don't worry about that one. That one would not be blind. Good. I played more World of War. I played so much World of Warcraft that I don't want to find out how much World of Warcraft that I played. Ugh. Done. Oh god, not the crystal guy. Ah, come on, dude. Don't give me the crystal guy. I somehow survived that. Okay. Wow, it was a PTSD series. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Well, it doesn't know where I'm at. So, WoW would be an interesting series for me to return to, especially because I have, like, look, I'm a guy that got the insane achievement. I have the insane title. I have several of the 1% drop raid mounts. Actually, probably closer to like a dozen of them. The Phoenix, Mimiron's Head, they're all there, baby. Gith. The Stratholme horse. It's like, I played that game a lot. WoW made him allergic? No, I just played it in single player, basically. I just never did anything with other people except for, like, looking for raid stuff. Like, yeah, that's... Strap-on? No, it's a character. It's Stratholme. Stratholme. Oh, boy. Stratholme. Like, you know Stratholme from Final Fantasy. From Warcraft 3. Like, it's one of the most famous parts of the game. And also, it's a big dungeon in OG Warcraft. World of Warcraft. Here we are. Okay. I mean, they got a lot of stuff that, like, just exists in the OG Warcraft games that are also in World of Warcraft. Do they really do them justice? Not really, but some of them. Not a lot of them, though. The undead place, yeah, it's the place where you fight a lot of undead. Well, it's classic Warcraft, lot of undead place, because well, go play Warcraft 3 if you want to figure out why it's like that. Yeah, it is a Warcraft lore thing. Okay. Here we are. Wanted to play WoW for a long time. Probably won't happen. I don't know. It's like, it's still like the premier online gaming game, but I don't know if it's like worth starting up now. I got into the game during Mists of Pandaria, so it's like I'm not really one to talk, but at the same time I really just question Hey, this was a pretty good update, though. Pretty good expansion. Got a lot of good stuff out of that, even though it's still based off of essentially a joke character from Warcraft 3. Yeah. There we are. They did a good job with it anyway. Oh, yeah, Activision is also in turmoil right now. Yeah, that's probably also going to kind of put a hamper on things now, isn't it? Oh, boy, I forgot for a second. It's like, geez, that whole thing. I was a RuneScape kid. I've never actually played RuneScape before. I was probably of the age to play RuneScape. I never played it, though. So, yeah. How many Final Fantasy games out there? Well, I mean, we're up to Final Fantasy 15 in the like core series, but there's also stuff like the Saga games, which they called Final Fantasy games. There's like Mystic Quest. There's Crystal Chronicles. There's, you know, a lot of spin-offs and everything like that. Obviously, 2 of them are online games, and I don't know if you want to count like Heaven's Word or whatever as a different game entirely, or A Realm Reborn is a different game, which it kind of is to a certain extent. There's also like, you know, multiple versions of the Final Fantasy X2. There are 3 Final Fantasy VII games. Before Crisis, Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus. So the amount of them out there probably counts a lot, depending on what you would want to consider it. That's but yeah, if you're just talking about like what are the numbered Final Fantasy series games, there's 1 through 15. Diablo 4 and Overwatch. What a shame. Yeah. It's not like Blizzard was out there doing a lot of really great stuff as of right now anyway. Still. Oh boy. I prefer playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with the expanded free trial, which you can get through the entirety of Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heaven's Word expansion for up to level 60 for free with no restriction on playtime. Wow! That's an amazing amount of value for an MMORPG. I should go out and buy that right now. And support Final Fantasy XIV with the code Dr. Inferno Fireman 6969 420. Anyway. Oh boy. That moment when Overwatch might actually be Blizzard's final claim to fame. Weird. So weird to think, isn't it? I don't know if they're going to get shut down at any point in time here, but it's just like certainly things are going to be pretty wacky over there for a grip. You know about the very tall hospital in Omori? No. Maybe. Is that part of like... No, I don't know. Actually, I probably will if you tell me more about it, but eh. Oh yeah, there's a sequel to 4. That's right. Sequel and prequel for 7, and also like, you know, visual novel and movie. So, or visual novel, phone novel thing. You know, like I said, they also like fudged it so that what was I trying to think of here? They fudged it so that like Saga games were considered Final Fantasy games as well as Mana games. So I don't know if you really want to count those. Yeah. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 13 did also have Final Fantasy 13-2 and 13-3, along with Final Fantasy 7 and then a remake, and you know, like their spin-offs, and Final Fantasy 10-2. And it's just there's a lot. If you want to consider those to be official games of the Final Fantasy series, there are literally dozens of them out there, aside from the numbered ones. But even then, like stuff like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, always considered to be a Final Fantasy game, even in Japan. Which, like I said, otherwise they will, you know, name Final Fantasy games in dumb ways. Okay, I forgot about the 4 one. That was weird. I guess 4 is one of the more popular Final Fantasy games, but it's just like, you know, to think of it, there we are. Final Fantasy IV was one of the more popular ones, but it's just like, I don't know, I just don't really... Usually that just doesn't really come up in my mind when I think of the really popular Final Fantasy games. First Mana game was a Final Fantasy game in America, not in that was Seiken Densetsu, even in Japan, but that was considered to be Final Fantasy Adventure in America because they wanted to capitalize on the naming. They wanted to capitalize on the idea of the Final Fantasy games. Romancing Saga and Saga. Yeah, I mean the Saga games for the Game Boy were rebranded as Final Fantasy something in America. What did they call them? It was something different. They're so bloody different. Well, never doubt name recognition as a marketing tactic. I mean, that's always and forever going to be a very easy way to get people to play your game. Just call it part of a franchise that they already know. God, what were they called in America? Chronicles, Final Fantasy Chronicles. Yes, I think that was... I mean, Crystal Chronicles was also always considered to be a Final Fantasy game, so it's not... Like, that's the whole thing, where it's just like, there are also spin-offs that were actual Final Fantasy spin-offs in Japan and America. That's the thing that makes it really confusing. Yeah, like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was always Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, even in Japan. So, I don't know. Grab that shield. Actually, just throw the shield back into the backpack, of course. I can leave Doc's stream for 5 seconds. I have no idea what he's talking about. We're talking about the extent of Final Fantasy games and like how you would consider their Oh man, that was a lot of damage. Jeez, you guys. Okay, I got it. It's fine. Ooh. Okay. I'm already dying again. Why am I so bad at dealing with the distillery? Oh, wow, that was really enough to kill me. Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Mystic Quest was I mean, that was considered the baby Final Fantasy for babies. That's why it was kind of... I mean, they did that cool thing where you could see, like, battle damage, and that's how you could judge how much health enemies had. Which never really appeared in many other games. Okay. Well, that's a good look at the new update here. Probably reconvene in some normal episodes and maybe more streams for some more look at the aspects. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for the stream. Otherwise, we can continue talking about Final Fantasy, I suppose, but, you know. These barrel monsters look like they die in one hit, and now he's throwing... They really can tank some hits, can't they? Jeez. Trials of Mana remake. Yeah, that was Trials of Mana was second in sets of 3, right? Which I played as a fan translation back in the day. Yeah, okay. That was a good one. Did Kevin's route, which was fun. And I also played a little bit of whatever the main guy's one was, because I wanted to play I wanted to beat the black rabbit, which I did. That was fun. Duran, probably. I think that was Duran. It was Duran in the girl story. I cannot remember the name of the characters at all clearly. I remember Kevin. Black Rabbite is now available on all routes. Doesn't surprise me at all. It should have been in the first place, of course. Kevin Durant and Angela. I think I went with Kevin Kylie. Was that the clown girl? And Angela, if I remember correctly. Hey, I love fighting super bosses. That's just a thing I do. I fight super bosses in all the games, so I like literally replay through the game just to go fight the Black Rabbite. It was fun. You know, it's like it was also, yeah, I literally did just replay through the game just to fight a super boss, basically. Charlotte, okay, that's right. That sounds right. It's hard to say because it's just like it has been Charlie. Might have been Charlie in the fan translation. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Those games are a lot of fun. Never ended up playing anything except for Second and Setsu 3, but because, you know, the translation for Secret of Mana is weird. You can look it up yourself if you want. But how do I even get into Final Fantasy games? Just pick the one you like. I'd recommend like Final Fantasy VII. They just had a remake that was pretty good that came out, or at least the first part of one. They do not have any sort of continuity in between them. Don't even worry about that. Like they're also so vastly different, every single one of them, that it does not matter which one you want to play. Just pick one and go with that. Pick the one you think looks cool. Pick a number between 1 and 15. I don't know about that. It's like you really want to go back and play like Final Fantasy 2 or 3. Those games were, or even 1. NES RPGs were uneven. Very grindy. Which, don't get me wrong, I've played a number of them, but I think that they're not the best. Oh, come on. Unless you're playing like Kingdom Hearts or Metal Gear, you don't need to worry about the overall plot. Those are the 2 series that you need to worry about the overall plot. Any other like numbered series, that's never an issue. Never. However, if you're playing Kingdom Hearts, oh, good luck if you jump in at Kingdom Hearts 3. Really shooting yourself in the foot if you do that. I mean, they obviously tried to do that sort of thing with like Metal Gear games, but I think that it really is a lot better if you play all the games in the order of release, of course. Except for maybe, oh yeah, Ys just went fuck it. You're on a boat, and you lost all your items from last time. Kingdom Hearts looks beyond boring to me. I love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts' wacky, overly convoluted plot is a lot of fun for me. I love that idea. I love just trying to parse what's going on at any point in time, and like trying to figure out what the dumb lore is. It's like I don't even care about the whole Disney thing. Everybody loves the Disney worlds. I just want them to inject the good weird Final Fantasy off-brand plot right into my veins. What's your opinion on the gummy ships? They're fine. I did not get too deep into them at all. Hey, that's the one place you actually fight a decent amount of nobodies in the entire game in those sections alone, though. Yeah. Metal Gear Rising, good game, but I do also think that it's like you really appreciate it a lot more, and the fact that it's just a very improved version of Metal Gear Solid 2 after you played that game. Nomura browsed Wikipedia at 3 a.m. to come up with key sounding like key. Yeah, because it looks like a big X, right? And you pronounce it like key. It's brilliant. Okay. Enough with the just chatting. let's end this one here, and I'll go. There's so many things. I got so many things I want to do, basically.